Find yourself getting in toxic relationships over and over again?
Do you find yourself getting in toxic relationships over and over again? Do you have a hard time being in a healthy relationship? Did you know that there's a reason for this, and it's called ghost relationships? Now, a ghost relationship is a person in our past that's controlling our life. And they're not even in your life anymore. They're not physically in that moment with you. They can even be dead and they're still controlling your life. So now you react to people and are attracted to people who remind you of that person. Because when we have anger, resentment, it stays in our heart. And we don't get what we want out of life, we get what we are. And what we are is the heart. So that's why you got to let go of anger out of your heart in order to attract different. So my ghost relationship was my father. So anybody that reminded me of my father, I would react with, whether it's anger or fear. But also too, a ghost relationship, if you have anger towards someone in your past, we become what we resent. Get that again. We become what we resent. We become what we have anger towards. We become what we have a grudge towards. You might not necessarily be just like them, but you're gonna react just like them. And that's the thing why we get into toxic relationships. For one, we attract what we are, or when you get into a relationship, the reason why the beginning is amazing is because we suffer from loneliness, abandonment. So there's a void inside of us and we're looking for something to fill that void. So some of us could go to drugs, alcohol, it could be shopping, it could be gambling, it could be eating, but also finding love becomes an addiction. And that's why we fall in love. This person's for me. I knew right at the beginning, but what happens is that's false. That's not how it is. You should love yourself so you don't need anyone else. And that's why they say love finds you when it's healthy. I'm not looking for love, I love myself. So now that I am with somebody, I'm growing these feelings after a period of time. Well, guess what? It's a healthy love relationship. This is how you work through the ghost relationship. First things first, you gotta acknowledge it. You gotta acknowledge who is my ghost relationship. Because if you can't acknowledge it, then you're in denial. And if you're in denial, then there's no change that can happen. I can't get in shape until I want to get in shape. I don't eat until I feel hunger. First, acknowledge who is your ghost relationship. It could be mom, dad, brother, sister, caregiver. Really look at who it was. Second thing is accept. We need to accept the past. You cannot change the past. Accept the past so it doesn't control you. Acknowledge, accept. Once you accept, now we're gonna be able to do the third step, which is forgive. This is how we're gonna let go of the past in order to heal so we can change what we are inside, which will attract somebody different in our life. This is gonna be able to start changing the way we react to things and the way we attract things. And the way forgiveness looks like, because it takes time, is you can write a letter to this person. And then after, you can read it to yourself. You can read it to an empty chair as the person is sitting there, or you can read it with your therapist, your counselor, your mentor, sponsor, or a spiritual traveler that you trust. Or if you want to, you can hit me up. Hit me up on Instagram at SoberFaust and we can go over it together. And when you share that, you're gonna start to heal. And after you share it, let's tear it up. Let's burn it. Throw it in the ocean. Put it in a paper shredder, whatever you want. Because once you face it, you're not gonna wear it. Because if you don't share it, you wear it. So once you face it, you heal it. Once you reveal it, you heal it. Revealing is healing. That we go from acknowledge, accept, forgive. And now what's gonna happen is you will change the relationships that come into your life. You're gonna start to have healthy relationships. See, how do I know that? I was codependent. I needed love to fill my void. As soon as the honeymoon phase was done, I felt like I wasn't getting the love I deserved. So I would react. The relationship would end up toxic. And a lot of it is my fault. The reason why I say it's my fault is because I cannot change who they are, but I can change who I am. And once I saw the patterns of this is how I am in relationships, I admit that, I accept that. I acknowledge my dad is the ghost. That's why I act like this in relationships. I was able to accept that because I can't change the past. And then I was able to forgive my father. And once I forgave my father, now I'm in a healthy relationship. I'm with the woman I'm gonna marry. Thank you for watching this video. I'm super excited for the journey, and I want you guys to know that I understand the pain that you're going through. I almost ended my life due to my battle with addiction, mental health, and sexual abuse. So what I want to do now is I want to be that person to give you hope. I want to be that person to give you love. I want to be that person to give you faith, so you can believe that anything is possible. That anything is. Because when you think that, you will heal from that. And how do you do that? By suffering joyfully and staying high on hope.